Yeah.
So with that whole art thing works, so like that's always had a question about that because I love art, man. I love like I
Mhm.
love tagging. I love I don't know. I'm into the graffiti, man. I'm so into the
I don't
graffiti
know
shit.
why, like growing up, I was never good at graffiti, like letters,
Okay.
everything like that. I'm not even good at cursive or nothing.
Okay.
So I'm just like, but I like it too, you know. Like I like the idea of going out there and throwing up something, you know.
Yeah.
But I was just like, man, I just suck at letters.
Okay. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, you got your thing though. See, my thing is like I like cartooning and I
Yeah,
like graffiti. Maybe because it's just so imperfect. Like it doesn't have to be a certain way. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like when someone says, "Hey, can you draw?" Let's just say like yourself, you draw really good. You draw people really well. Like
mhm,
I couldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like I've tried. It's like you know what I mean? So to me, it's like you know what I could do is just mess up the nose and make it all cartoony, and it's
yeah,
cartoony. It's acceptable. You know. So to me, it's like being imperfect was okay. You know what I mean? That's why I like that medium. I like that media. You know, doing graffiti and
yeah.
doing lettering. It's like who's
Mixing
gonna
a
tell me
lot
that
of
that's not
styles.
a B? Oh, that's not a B. Like yeah, it's a B. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So maybe
exactly.
I like that fact that I was kind of lazy to it, where it's like, man, no one's gonna tell me that's not an R, that's not an L. You know what I mean? It is. You know?
Yeah,
I don't
exactly,
know.
man.
That's something I do.
Yeah, graffiti is definitely like pretty wild. You know, you could do a lot of different things with it.
Yeah, man. So when you're doing like these drawings, are you these charcoal paint? Are you what do you call them paintings? Or charcoal drawings? What do
Good
you call
drawings,
them? Okay.
yeah.
When you're doing the drawing, like you're drawing what you want to draw, right? Or do people ever request things from you? I mean, how does that work?
um, I don't necessarily like doing commissions because I don't know. I just feel like my feelings aren't really into it. You know, it's
Right.
just like somebody else telling me to draw something.
Right.
But yeah, I pretty much just draw like what I feel. I think back to like past and all that, and I kind of just I don't know, come up with something. You know, I'll look at old photos, or I'll draw something that made me really happy. Like I don't know if you've seen it, that Mary J. Blige piece I did.
Hmm.
It's with like Lil Kim and Missy Elliott,
Hmm.
and something like that. You know, like back in the day, I would always just be slapping Mary J. Lil
Right.
Kim, all that kind of
No
stuff.
more.
So
Yeah.
like,
No more. Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna draw that. That makes me happy. So yeah, I kind of just try to stick to like my emotions because I
Yeah.
put a lot into it, and I like the fact that all my drawings are like black and gray and white and all that kind of stuff because I want it to be like a sense of nostalgia for people,
Mhm.
kind of like a flashback, and I want people to really get invested into it and kind of I want them to be pretty reminiscent, you know.
Right. And they're also like it's kind of like a branding, right? Because they know if they see that, it's your style. You're not jumping
Yeah,
between paintings and this and that and this and that, right? So it's
mhm,
like that's you. You know what I mean? That's what you're doing. That's your art. And
yeah,
people could recognize that, right? So I like that, man. I'm like kind of jealous, man. Every time I talk to like an artist or just someone who's doing what they love to do, it's like,
mhm,
man, like that is the purpose of our lives. I think, to be honest, like if we can go and do what we want to do every single day, it doesn't really feel like work. People always say, you hear that quote, right? Like, do what you love and you don't work a day in your life, right?
yeah,
Well, I'm always young. I always look at people like doing whatever they're doing, their YouTube channel, whatever they're doing. They're artists, they're tattoo artists, they're painters, whatever they mean. I'm like, man, that person like loves what they're doing and they're eating off that. That's how they eat. That's how they pay their bills. Like, you
yeah,
know, so
mhm.
coming around to that, like, does anyone ever question you, like your family, or do you have like 100% support from them? Because like I don't know, I grew up wanting to do art, and my dad actually he's an art major from Sac State. He got the art major, but he never did that. He ended up being a teacher and vice principal for many years. And I know, and he has his painting, he has his portfolios and stuff. He used to do a bunch of different things. But I talked to him about I want to go to art school. My dad was like, "Come on, man!" Like, so it's kind of like my parents kind of stopped me from not. That's not their fault, but they kind of were like, "Hey, man, go get this job." You know what I mean? Go get this
Yeah,
job.
no,
So, did you
exactly.
ever get that from your family, or was there 100%
No,
support all the time?
no, luckily my family is like really chill. They're very supportive. They just want me to be happy at the end of the day, and just make the right choices. So yeah, I definitely feel a lot of support from them because we just always help each other out, and that's what it's about. Right now I'm just in a point in my life where like we've hung out, kicked it, did
Yeah.
all the stuff learning, and especially with quarantine and everything going on, you got to like really buckle down and be like, okay, what are we gonna do right now? to make things progress for you.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. I just got busy on my art, and I'm really hoping that it takes off after these next few shows.